back. And you guys are the best guests, I have to say, to have to kick off this month, this segment about entrepreneurship and just being in business. So for Solo, I'm going to start with you. Now, everybody knows you and your background. Let's just, for those who might not know, you want to just give a little bit of your background, like for those who might be tuning in for the first time in Power Hour, the first time they're hearing MCD Solo. Who's MCD Solo? What's a little bit about your background? Where you come from? What have you done?
It's like, here's a super deep question. Answer it really fast. I'm MCD Solo. Actually Pharaoh's brother.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing music in the city since for like the last 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
We had a high school tour we did for 10 years called Music with Meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Still constantly putting out music.
Wait, hold on, because you were the host and main speaker.
I was the host, the main speaker of that tour. Basically, I was the headliner.
Sorry for cutting you, but I like to highlight that because I find a lot of times when people think these things, they're just thinking you're, as an artist, you're coming and you're singing.
Okay, right? No.
But you don't understand like the fact that to run a tour like we did, especially for the amount of years, you had to develop a full speech that was like 45 minutes of talking on the stage.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I did public speaking. So I did a whole speech for the students about the value of staying in school and finding their path and knowing what they need to be. Then I did a whole segment of performance. Once some of our acts kind of fell off, I was the host as well.
Right.
And I created it with Pharaoh.
Exactly.
We set it up, so I was behind the scenes as well.
Yep.
We did that consistently and it was like 4 shows a day.
Yeah.
So we're doing thousands of students every year. So did that for 10 years straight. Then after that, I'm still doing music. Obviously, well, not obviously, but I'm still doing music. We put out a big song 2 years ago, Slow Wine.
Yep.
5 years ago, I invested in the pub St. Pierre in Old Port, so I'm a part owner of the restaurant in Old Port.
Yep.
And so now I'm coming back out with music. Go back to what I was just saying. We dropped a song 2 years ago. Mikel Cheja from Trinidad, Slow Wine. That song's been doing its thing. 100,000 streams. 100,000 streams worldwide, and I have another 1,000 streams in like the Caribbean and stuff.
Nice.
And now I'm working on putting out new music, new merch, new everything.
See, and so good. So that perfect. Thank you. Yeah.
Bravo.
Press button for the claps. Just no claps. Just that's what's happening. Right.
Thank you. Yes.
And it's again like kudos to you because one, it's important to understand in the city that we're in, like we love our city to death. Like Montreal, M City, we are here for life. We represent wherever we go all over the world. Proudly, we represent Montreal.
That's why my name is MCD Solo.
Talk about it, right? But we have to understand that also there is somewhat of a glass ceiling. Like the reality, especially being Anglophones in a province where they do not want that to be what's representing Quebec. They do not want English music to be representative of what is happening in Quebec. So we have to be creative, right? And so kudos to you because as an entrepreneur, because that's what you are first, right? And we could use this opportunity to segue into that because beyond just being an artist, like people have to understand, like yes, it's amazing to have the talent that you have, but you have to balance it with the business, right? And so we did take time when we had because even prior to starting the school tours, right, we had our record label, right, which is Two Kings Records, and so that's where we took the time to actually connect with like Mark Vinette and different entertainment lawyers, and we took different courses, and we hired a business coach. Shout out to Ken Ingram.
Shout out to Ken Ingram.
Who taught us things about the business. So coming forward now, we're in 2022. Right, this year we're in, right? Okay.
Trust me.
You know what I mean? And so now you have taken it to the next level in terms of your entrepreneurship when it comes to the music business. So you want to just share a little bit more about that?
What I've been working on is, like you said, I just noticed in our city specifically, that there's an issue with in terms of us getting paid, really. And a lot of artists, we're businesses, but we're not treating ourselves like businesses. So once I took a step back to start looking at how I can change the approach, and I actually got myself I incorporated myself.
Right, yeah.
So now I'm a walking, talking incorporation. So everything I do, instead of the money going into my personal account, it goes into my business account.
Right.
So it gives me now leverage as a business. This is how much my business is making. So now if you want to get a business loan or you want to do something in terms of business, you can do it. And so if you're trying to get a record deal, because a lot of us are trying to, artist is, I want to be an artist, I want to get money, that's it. So it's like, okay, if you want to get the bag, but you don't necessarily have to give out all the rights to your music.
Thank you.
So that's a record deal is a loan. So my logic right now I'm kind of in beta stages. I'm still figuring it all out, because once I do have it figured out, I plan on giving it out to the artists to, hey, we have the secret, let's just do this. Because a lot of artists stop being artists because the money's not coming in anymore. Really a lot of people I know, they found other ways to make funds, and then they're like, I'm just gonna focus on this because I have families, everybody has things to do. So after a while, they stop the art. So I was like, to stop that from happening, because it's just like it seems like once you're a youth, you get a little older and you're like, okay, I'm done with this.
Let me get serious.
Exactly. And for some reason, everyone's serious means no more passion.
That's
it's bizarre to me. So it's like, okay, and it was happening to me too. Right, so I was like, I had to stop and say, okay, I'm going to invest in other things first, so I could make my secure something, and then came back and I was like, how can we do this for artists now? And it's like, so right now I'm really working on just creating a serious business plan that other artists can use. And it's like basically a formula they can use.
Beautiful.
That's what I'm doing right now.
And the thing is, like, we've always been in a situation where I want to say a little avant-garde, because I know when we hit the first ceiling here in Montreal with the music business, understanding that we could only go so far, and then we pivoted and we had the school tour that that came as a way. We were able to open the door for other artists, because we were able to get artists to open on the shows, and we put them to feature on different shows and different things like that. So what I'm excited about, especially with the project, and I've been supporting you with it, and like we've been going through the steps in the process, it is really a blueprint. And something else that I find exciting is that it's going to show artists a way. Like, I almost want to say like a way out, but it's because it's like really it's like we have extremely talented people here, but we never get the proper visibility because we're not properly financed, and it's not and we're not getting the proper support. But what in terms of what you've been mapping out and structuring, it is very communal or something, and that's obviously that's big for me, because I really see the value in us supporting each other. The more more we could do good for each other, the better it is for the whole.
When people ask me, I usually just say like it's a music version of the OFC.
Right, that's literally it.
They get it. It's like I'm just trying to create a network of musicians, of everyone that has like minds that's in the industry, and you need my help, I need your help. We can get this, but we can get the ball rolling. Also, there's grant writers and stuff like that too. It's not just to get money from banks, but just exhaust all your options. Look at all the options, because you can't let the bag stop the passion.
That key part that Frank just mentioned in terms of using it as a tool to reach the youth. Because I find that it's extremely important, especially the age that we're in right now. Right, we're still young. Right, we're not. Just let me put that out there.
Yeah. Well, we're older.
We're older, and we're old enough to have a generation coming after us. Right, and like why I think it's super important now is that we have to set these foundations for the next generation.
Exactly.
Right. So it's no longer about us competing with each other as old foot rappers in the game.
That's exactly it. Because it's just like I have 21 nieces and nephews.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So to me, it's like it would be ridiculous if they had to do everything I did. They had to start all the way over from the beginning, just because I had set nothing up for them to come through. Like, Solo, weren't you rapping this whole time? How come I have to figure out everything? So that's what was really playing in my mind. It was like, okay, I'm getting to a point where like I need to give out information, and like so I'm hoarding all this information, so I need to put it out in a way that's digestible and that the youth could take it on.
That's it.
And like and they're so creative. And in the music, like I used to say on school tours, like there's so many levels. So like I'm wearing my t-shirt right now. Everything I do is to promote whatever else I'm doing. So like you should always be promoting yourself. And if in this day and age, TikTok, there's so many avenues. So yeah, if you're as the youth listening, just bump yourself, and whatever you're creative in, whatever you're passionate in, just run with that 100%.
So this is the next single dropping.
Next single dropping with MCD Legend, and it's going to be heavy for the city. And the message in it is really not for the old foots, but it's for everyone that's trying to get their bag. Not necessarily money all the time, but it's like you're just getting into your bag. Whatever your passion is, whatever you need to do, it's your anthem song. You wake up in the morning, you bump it, get to the bag, and it's everything I rap about is relevant to my age. I don't rap about things that I don't do, so it's all relevant to what we're going through. when it drops, everyone's gonna be bumping it.
Yeah. So with that, so now where do they go to get it? Is there a way that they could sign up early so that when it does drop, that they could actually get the single before everybody else?
That is very true. To just tie into the business that I was talking about, what I am setting up as well is a membership service. So I have subscribers right now. I already have about 80 subscribers. You can hit up mcitysolo.com and just subscribe. As soon as you go on mcitysolo.com, it'll pop up and say subscribe.
Dope.
You subscribe, and all my subscribers, they get exclusive content. They'll get songs before everyone else does. They'll get behind the scenes footage. They'll get me in the studio footage. So sign up for that, become a member, and yes, you will be getting exclusive content before everyone else does.
Yo, that's what it is, guys. So you know, obviously it's always awesome having you on here. I'm City Solo, just doing the daggone thing.
Yes, always.
You want to take
Word up. So let me just say thanks for having me in Power Hour. M City, wake up.